Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to my channel Money Factory, and today we will talk about the Senexa company. I will show you my office. I will tell you about some of the advantages of this company over competitors, and also tell you about one strategy how to break even as quickly as possible with passive investing. Let's not waste time. Let's go. Friends, about general information about the company, as well as how to register your first account, how to replenish your account, and how to start making money. I tell you here in this video for those who want to register in Senexa. I will leave the registration link below in the description under the video. After you sign up, write to me on Telegram. I will add you to our team chat. Now on your screens my main account in the company, Senexa, and I have two of them here. As you can see, at the moment the amount of their active deposits is almost $8,100. Let's go down a bit, and here we are. We can see that at the moment I have two open deposits, one for $5,100 and the other for $3,000. For both deposits I used a high yield tariff plan. Friends, I remind you that we have three investment strategies in our company. The first is optimal, the second is conservative, and the third is highly profitable strategy. They are all differ in the investment period of the deposit amount, in the period of accrual, as well as the interest rate. For all strategies, the interest rate is indicated for working days. Weekends are not taken into account. The same applies to the accrual. For example, with a highly profitable strategy, our accruals come once a week. Why did I choose a highly profitable strategy? Because here we have an interest rate of 1.3%, so that to make a radical step forward already requires a lot of money of $10,000. In my opinion, $3,000 is such an optimal amount. So right now I have two deposits of $3,000 and $5, and both deposits are open according to a highly profitable tariff plan. When these two deposits work out for me, I think that I will open one large deposit in the amount of $10,000, already at an interest rate of 1.5% per day. Move on. Let's look at the history of payments. Go to the Finance tab and open the archive of conclusions. Here we will find information on all the conclusions for all the time. At the moment, for all the time, I have withdrawn $4.115 from this account. We will remind you, in the project I am a little over 2 months old, and my goal is to take out the initially invested money, and more than half I have already withdrawn. As soon as I withdraw all the money invested in this project, it is already safer. I can safely increase my deposit to increase profitability. Go to the main page and go to the Partners tab. As you can see, 1496 partners are registered in my structure today, of which 366 active deposits. The turnover of the structure today is almost $450,000, and all this for a period of a little more than 2 months. What it says, this suggests that work in this company is very simple and intuitive. Interface, transparent scheme of earnings, and what is most important is this, the opportunity. Yes, almost a penny to calculate your income in a month. After 2, there is no need to do any complex manipulations. Your deposit is not frozen, and you start to receive income literally on the 3rd day. Of course, all this cannot but affect the interest of investors. Now let's talk about the advantages of this company. The first, to work in this company is very simple. Everything that you need to decide on: the amount of investment. Choose a tariff plan and make a profit every 17 days. Depending on your tariff plan, your second deposit is not frozen at any time. You can terminate the contract and take the money initially invested, minus interest, The company will keep the already calculated for you interest but will give your deposit in full. This is done. Elementary. To the left of our deposit there are two invoice buttons and the contract. We click on the invoice, we go down and here we see the column to close ahead of schedule, of course. I will not close my contract, but if such a need suddenly appears, we can easily do this. Make the third advantage, we can get your first income the very next day. It all depends on your tariff plan. So according to a highly profitable strategy, we receive an accrual once a week. As for a conservative strategy, then we can receive our payments every day. We have 4 withdrawals of our funds through Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple and Tether, as a rule. Withdrawal of funds takes from 5 to 25 minutes. Another nice plus is that the company recently lowered the commission for transferring Ether and Tether to Bitcoin, and now the commission for withdrawing its Bitcoin funds is $6 to Ethereum $3 and Tether also $3 when withdrawing through Ripple. The commission is generally zero. As for the withdrawal amount, we can withdraw from $10. What is the advantage of the very idea of creating a platform for attracting investments into the microcredit wall of this day? Anov is not beaten and compares favorably with the activities of other poets. Loans in the amount of $1 billion right now. The company is gaining popularity right now. More and more new investors are disconnected, and right now is the best time to enter this project. But also 7 advantage is that in this company you can clearly calculate your income for any period of time. Go to the tab Calculate Income. Drive in the amount for which we want to open ZID. Do not click the calculate button. We have tariff plans. There are also many other little things, and that some things like excellent liquidity in this company support that really helps. Good navigation on the site, the ability to find your partner in your I believe that this company is currently large prospects can be earned here, and this company certainly deserves to be in your investment portfolio. However, with all this, you must understand that this is a highly risky project, therefore it is not worth investing bed here. All your money is not worth investing in only one project in order not to repeat the same thing over and over. I have a good video on my channel about how not to lose money when investing. For those who have not seen it yet, above for you link to this video. Be sure to watch this video, maybe it will help save your money and nerves. And so now friends are left. The last is not a sacred topic of today's video. This is how to break even as quickly as possible. Let's go to the tab Calculate Income. By the way, when we go to this tab by default, it costs $5,000. I think that the company left this bag by default for a reason. Firstly, from this amount, we have all 3 tariff plans available. All 3 strategies are conservative, optimal, high income, and here we can already choose what it suits us more. For example, with a conservative strategy, we will receive 1.1% of the working day. However, The investment period will be only 50 days, and most importantly, we will receive our calculations on the deposit every day according to the optimal strategy. Our earnings will already be 1 and 2% the working day. The investment period will increase. Then 60 days. However, I remind you, if we add on the weekend, it will turn out to be 84 days. Here we already receive accruals on the deposit once every 3 days. If it does not fall on the weekend, we add plus 2 days. Well, and the third highly profitable strategy for it, we will receive 1.3% of the income every working day. The investment period, as well as in the optimal strategy, will be 60 days. Well, we will receive all accruals once a week. So guys, in my opinion, the accrual period does not play a special role in the same way as the investment period. What difference does the accruals come in, once a day or once a week? We received a payment once a week and wanted to withdraw it, but according to a highly profitable tariff plan, we already get 1 and 3% a day, which increases our total income. Therefore, I propose to use this strategy at the initial stage. Calculate. Here we see that we only have an optimal tariff plan. We beat off $3,000. It is from this amount that we have a highly profitable strategy, and it is this amount, in my opinion, it is optimal to start investing in Senexa. I understand that many do not have that kind of money. Please invest what you do you have, but it is best to start with $3,000 moat. Well, if you have good investment capital and you can afford to invest $10,000, it would be a great start, and in this case you received 1.5% a on a working day. So let's consider our income with an investment of $3,000. Let's say we chose a highly profitable strategy in which we get 1.3% of children. Our profit for 84 days will be $2,082, which will be approximately $700 per month, while we will receive an accrual on the deposit once a week, and every week the amount will be approximately $174. Of course, we can withdraw these charges every time, but what will happen if we open a micro deposit every week from the profit received? Let's consider this option and compare it with the option when we simply withdraw our profit every time. So friends, on their screens you see a plate. At first glance it seems everything is very difficult, but now I will try to explain everything to you in a nutshell. At the very top, we see in the menu 4 columns down the amount of the deposit, the income, and the term. At the very beginning we open a deposit in the amount of $3,000 and po expiration of 84 days. You received income, net income $2,00082. That's right. We will receive our charges every 7 days once a week from the amount of deposits of $3,000. We will receive $174 every week for convenience. I was spinning a little. All the amounts may be somewhere plus minus. Someday I could move. But in general the situation will be like this. The main thing is that you understand the system. The main thing is that you understand the algorithm. So the first week has passed. We received our first payment in the amount of $174. What we do, we open a new deposit just the same for this amount. The term of this deposit will already be 12 days, and after this period we will receive plus $14. One more week passes, 14 days. Canash 1 MICR deposit is not manages to work out yet, but we get the second payment of $174 of the amount of our main deposit. We open a new deposit on it again. That is, I will also have a third deposit. It will also be a SOC for 12 days, and income after this period it will be plus $14. See what happens next is the third week 21 days we receive a payment of $174 on the main deposit, and by this time we have worked out a deposit of $174 where we get a profit of $14. So now we add $174 plus 14 income plus $174 that we received from the amount of our main deposit and open a new deposit in the amount of already $362. This deposit will also work for 12 days. But the profit will already be plus $29. 4 week passes and we do everything the same with our second deposit. It finishes its work. $14 are added to it, and also on the fourth week with this income comes from the main deposit. We add up all these amounts and reopen a deposit for $362 for 12 days where we will receive income plus $29. It takes 5 weeks 35 days we get plus $174 accrual from the main deposit. And we also have a deposit of $362. Which will add $29. We add up all these amounts again, 174 plus 362 plus 29, and we open a new deposit in the amount of $565. This is a deposit of more than $500, and therefore its working time will be already 30 days, but our income will also be plus $116 analogs. We do the same on the sixth week. When our third deposit of $362 works out, we add our income to it. Add the received accruals on the main deposit and open a new deposit in the amount of $565 for 30 days, after which we will receive additional profit plus $116 more 7 days. Week 7 comes. Please note that our 2 deposits of $565 have not yet been completed. But we receive income on the main deposit in the amount of $174, and we reopen a micro deposit for this amount on which we will receive in 12 days plus $14. 8 week we get another $174 on the main deposit, on which we again open a new micro deposit for which a 5 was received plus $14. After 20 days another week passes, 7 days, and our $174 deposit will be worked out. We add $14 of our income to it and also $174 accrual, which will come on the main deposit, and open again a new deposit at $362 for 12 days, after which it was not received, plus $29. It was the 9th week. Then inspect what is the very first micro deposit that I marked with green light and which we swung up to $565. Finishes its work after 30 days. On the 65th day we receive accruals, therefore deposit, and they will force $681. That is, 565 plus 116. However, in order to catch the end of the term of the main deposit for $3,000. Yes, these 84 days. We will have to wait a whole month, and we will divide it by $499 e 182, that is. We divide our side of $681 into 2 deposits in order to have time to work it out in 12 days, after which we will receive plus $55 on these 2 deposits. Move on. Another 7 days pass 10 week and we receive an accrual on our main deposit of $174, and by this time we have worked out a micro deposit, the deposit which is marked with a light. We add $14 of profit to it and add our main charges and reopen the deposit for a total of $362. The working time of this deposit will be 12 days, after which we will receive additional profit plus $29. 2 more days pass and we have to work out the deposit. which is marked in blue and which we opened 30 days ago, by analogy with green deposits. We divide the received amount into two amounts as follows so that all months up to $500 to receive a minimum period of 12 days of work of our deposit, and again after this period we will get a profit totaling two amounts of $55. 11 weeks pass, we again receive regular charges on our main deposit of $3,000. And by this time it will be completed. The deposit marked in orange, to it we will add to our profit of $29 and the accruals on our main deposit. We will divide the received amount into two smaller amounts to reduce the term of our deposit to 12 days, after which we will receive a total income of $45. By this time we'll also worked out both the green and the bandit, which we will also split into two sums. Your profit $55, we will add $182 to the deposit and reopen two deposits, one leave unchanged $499, dress add profit and open a $237 deposit. After the expiration of a period of 12 days we will receive a total profit on these two deposits of $59. All this will be the last open deposit during the operation of our main deposits of $3,000. Then it remains just to wait for all the credits to be credited. Another week of the last 12 weeks in which we receive plus $174 on the main deposit. And by this time accruals on our deposits plus $40 and plus $15 come replenish the deposit. Also finishes its work. K3 $162, add $29 of profit, and for convenience of calculation we add to it our accrual on the main deposit. The total amount will be $565. Well, Yana 89 day we work out orange deposits and add our green charges to them and get on orange deposits $432,178 respectively, and $539 and $256 on green. So guys, now if we add all these amounts, we get $2,00706 of profit in 3 months. It turns out that in one case when we invested $3,000 and each time we enter our profit we earn almost in the same period $2,082, and in the second case, if you do these as such intermediate micro deposits, we earn $618 more. That is, in fact, in 3 months we almost leave our initial invested funds up to options 1 and 2. There are advantages in the first option, plus such that when we release our funds every week each time we leave less of our invested funds in the project, that is, we risk less amount. However, in the second option, we withdraw our deposit in a much shorter period, that is, we go to break even. So friends, on which strategy to invest it is up to you to decide. However, I think that such information will definitely not be extra. Well, on this I still don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because soon you will see new videos about Amir Capital and also about investing in cryptocurrency. Bye friends.